Greetings, ladies and gents. I hope you're all well this fine day. So, the WoW token is coming to Classic. Okay. Let me finish. Classic China. Some of you may not be aware that WoW in Asia is actually very different in some regards to the WoW we play in the West. Picture Wrath of the Lich King without skulls, with the undead with no bones. Yep, that's the version they play. The social habits as well are very different. Eastern MMOs tend to be very, very grindy compared to Western counterparts. So there are many paid means to kind of make that a little bit easier. Skips, XP potions, they're an everyday thing, and you pay for that. But, my friends, that won't stop people jumping on the bandwagon and screaming at Blizzard.
Nazi!
Now, I'm not going to pretend to know if this is a good thing or a bad thing for Classic. I'm a retail player, as you all know. And as a retail player, I can say that I've obviously been in the Classic position before. We had Vanilla. And through all the iterations, through all the little baby steps we've taken, I can see where we are now. And with that experience, I can look back and say, okay, I'm going to say to Classic players, this is how I have found it. This is how I found that journey and how I think it actually affects retail. And how a lot of the crazy things we see and that everybody moans about and says is stupid leads back to the WoW token. And also to the community.
Yes, might have gotten away with it too. It wasn't for these blasted kids and their dogs.
Cast your mind back to a land of poverty. You are a new warrior in the world of Warcraft, and you are skimping around corpses, trying to steal the underwear from their bodies just to sell for a little bit of brass, a little bit of copper, so you could just slowly build up enough gold to maybe afford the repairs or your next skill. And many of you may still feel that you are in the poverty of World of Warcraft, but trust me, my friend, you live in a land of plenty compared to back in the day. Like life, things cost money, or, in our case in Azeroth, gold. Problem is, I am poor. Solution: get more money. Now, option A is I grind that gold, working hard towards something as a reward, right? Isn't that the idea? Yes, your laughter is, true. Okay, option B. Meet a sneaky guy behind the video store who gives me a bag of gold. In return, I pay them for real money. Yes, we will go with option B. Now, I don't want to sound like one of those lifetime warning videos telling you that watching porn will turn you into a serial killer, but giving a creepy guy on the internet your cash is not the best idea. They tend to want details. Yeah, for one, they're going to need your character, they're going to need your server, because they need to deliver the gold to you. Plus, they're going to need payment details, because they're not going to do this for free. So you're giving them things like your name, your credit card. Starting to see the problem yet? Yeah, account stealing certainly was and still is a big pain in the butt. Yeah, they take your character, all of its gold, they will take your gear, they'll sell everything just to make some money, and Blizzards have to sort out the big mess. Urgh! It's a big pain, takes a long time, nobody wants to have to deal with it. On the flip side, grinders making a killing with little reason to sell gold on. Think about it. If you have, I don't know, 10 million gold, there was no giant mount, there was no spider mount, no long boys. There was no reason to sell gold. You just sat on a big pile of money. And you can't focus the game on them because the 90% of players are still poor. And they can't even if you focus on that 10% who have a lot of gold, well then the poor people can't even afford a potion. So what do we need to do? In Blizzard's logic, how do we defeat the gold scammers? How do we make it so that everybody has a little slice of the pie? Bing! Idea. So we need to redistribute the wealth, spread out the money again amongst the player base. Now, WoW Token fixes many of these issues. Ahaha, we beat you, sneaky gold seller. Poor player buys token with real money. They put it on the auction house. Rich player comes along, buys said token. Poor player now has gold. Simple, the world is a happy place, and all is right. Oh no, no, my friend. This is the start of the nightmare. Yeah, Blizzard are great at coming out, and we've said this many times before. Generally, I think every other video has this phrase. Should start making it a drinking game. Blizzard are great at coming up with band-aid ideas. Brilliant things that just sound like they work, but they're either not implemented very well, or the consequences, the repercussions, are not thought about. Azerite is rubbish. Let's have essences! Title forging bad. Let's have corruption! Yeah, all these things just bring on more issues and more problems. And that is the world we live in. Right now, anyway, certainly. Thanks, BFA.
This is the world as it exists today.
So, why would I consider the tokens to be kind of the real problem, or the start of the real problem where we are now in World of Warcraft? Well, it goes hand in hand with Blizzard creating a game designed around the single player. The slow decline of the need to be in a group. We have in essence become an APG, we've become an action role-playing game, rather than the multi-massive online role-playing games that we're meant to be. We should embrace the fact there are hundreds of players running around. But instead we can't. We can't even have more than 40 players in a zone without it lagging. I can do most things that I want in WoW solo. M+, I may as well be running with bots. I sign up, I join, I run, and as long as everything doesn't go completely and utterly to hell, fine. I never even need to know I was with other players. Raiding? I have LFR. Sorted! I can queue for PvP, exactly the same as I can do for dungeons, and I never need to talk to a single soul if I do not wish to.
Leave me alone!
And now we enter into this world, a player that didn't want to pick option A and grind out the gold. Instead, they were, we shall buy the gold. And Blizzard have now made this perfectly legit. I don't need to go to seedy guy hidden behind a Blockbuster. Now Blockbuster's closed down, it's been replaced by a shiny Apple store. Now I can buy my WoW tokens. Thank you, Blizzard! But I am the player that was not of the mindset to do the work for the gold. I'm in a world where everything is solo and generally single playerable. And now, poor player has gold. Hell no, I'm not joining a guild, are you fool? But I do want my curve. Hell no, I'm not posting in forums looking for an M+ group. But I could offer people gold to carry me in M+. I could offer people gold to get my curve. I could offer people like 5,000 gold a shot to sign my guild charter, and then I can kick them. By the way, I've actually seen that last one. 5,000 gold to sign a guild charter. We live in crazy times, my friends. Now we have people wanting carries. Wanting to get things without any work. So we must have those able to carry. Enter the big boys, dripping in fat loot, shiny titles, crispy visions of perfection. Yes, they will carry you, Porkins, fear not. And so, the industry of boosting is now a thing, and it is booming. 200,000 gold to help someone do a +6. I kid you not, my friends. Seriously, 200,000 gold to get carried in a +6. But it means little, Grim. I can hear you now, it means little. So they get a boost, and maybe ahead of the curve, but there is so much more to the industry now, I'm afraid, my friend. So much more. And I don't use the word industry lightly. Joking aside, I do not use that word lightly. It is a true industry now. Nothing is sacred in the pursuit of gold. Oh, the time-lost proto-drake? No, my friend. Simply give me 500,000 and it is yours in your grubby little hands. The time-lost proto-drake was once a symbol of your lack of life. The badge of geekdom. Once something that made people form groups. You'd have to have spotters for it on the various mountain tops. Now it is nothing more than a store-bought mount. Think about that. The time-lost proto-drake is now a store-bought mount. I apologise, but this really saddens me deeply and annoys me. So the gold funnels its way uphill to the big high-level guilds, and they get rich. Very rich. Now, without a doubt, they've always had the money to buy the things they needed from their server. You'd always get that one guild would dominate a particular server. But now we're on a whole new level. Gold spending for the world first race, yes, that's the very pinnacle, so I understand it's going to be the crazy extreme, but it's insane. Many will point to BOEs being too powerful. That's an issue. BOEs, BOEs, BOEs. J-Dot recently replied to Sloot, and if I can find the tweet, I will put it on here, saying, basically Sloot had put up a post saying that why can't we have vendors back? Some way of gaining the corruptions we need, things like that. Can we have some sort of corruption vendor? And J-Dot said, hey dude, all you need to do is, if you want the best gear, just do some boosting runs, make a pile of gold, and then buy it from the auction house. Now, I have no doubt, before people jump at J-Dot or anything, the comment was made in jest. But many things said in jest are true. And so we go back full circle to one of the reasons the WoW token was introduced. The redistribution of wealth. Now, simply via the BOE system. An example would be, I recently did normal raid. There was a BOE offhand drop, nothing special, nothing particularly impressive. Currently goes for 300,000+ gold. This system isn't going away. We are so tied into this, with the top guilds being so in debt to sites like Galley, that we have to boost to pay the gold back. And this is all community led. We now need players to buy tokens or make gold, to buy boosts, to pay back debt. It's become ingrained, and it's become perfectly acceptable. We talk about it as if it's no big deal. Make jokes about it. There's debt counters on... it's crazy. And as I say, it all started with us. Granted, it was created by the vacuum Blizzard made by turning WoW into a single player game. But we are as guilty as anybody else. More so. I find it interesting to look back on WoW retail and see how all the little decisions, all the little community and Blizzard led along the way, have led us to here and to now, and to BFA, and to boosting, and to the Raider IO, and to the RNG, and to the general bullshit that we all hate. And along the way, it all just devalues much of the hard work that normal players like you and I put into the game. Oh, someone sees you've got the curved mount. Lol. Probably boosted. Noob. Good Raider IO? You just paid for it and got boosted. Rare mount? It's not rare anymore. It reminds me of the thrift store song, which was like the $50 for a t-shirt. That's just ignorant bitch shit. I call that getting swindled and pimp shit. I call that getting tricked by business. That shirt's hella dope. By the way, you can tell I'm not a singer. And having the same one as 6 other people in this club is a hella don't. Now, the reason I didn't play the clip is because I get copyright striked. Thanks for that, YouTube. But you get the meaning. Is that, yeah, you spent $50 on this really cool t-shirt, but everybody else now has that cool t-shirt. Makes your t-shirt pointless, irrelevant. How cool is that super rare mount if everybody's got it? Now, apologies, I've gone on long enough. But classic. Stand firm. Tell Blizzard thanks, but no thanks. It's cool, it's in China. As we say on the channel many a time, you do you, baby. But it's not for us. Be constructive. Give thoughtful feedback with reasons. Don't scream. Don't be a child. Don't make clickbait shit. You know who you are out there on YouTube. Stop doing it. Keep classic classy. Learn from us in retail. Don't do the things we did to land us with BFA. Have a good one, everybody. Again, apologies for the length, but yeah, this is what I was passionate about. And I'll catch you all later. It's be good to get your comments and feedback. Have a great weekend, everybody. I'll talk to you later.